Welcome for Decentralized Umoja III, our biggest hack yet here at Reach Platform. This is your host, Estefania Ochoa, and I'm so excited to be presenting the winners of today's event. But before we get started, I want to welcome our CEO, Chris Wenner, to give a few words and let you know just how proud we are to see your incredible projects come across to the finish line. Hello,
Well,
Chris.
hello. How you doing, Steph?
I'm excellent. I'm so excited to hear you speak.
Well, you are in for a treat because I'm about to. Um, so I just want to say thank you so much. So, like Steph said, my name is Chris, CEO of Reach. Hopefully, you've seen me talk before. I try to talk as much as I possibly can. But this event specifically, I'm extremely proud of. Uh, we had so many people sign up. I believe around 80 teams actually signed up. And the crazy thing is that over 70% of you finished. That means you went through the entire bounty hack. You learned, you picked a project, and you delivered that project. And 70% compared that to traditional programs that graduate maybe 15% is unbelievable. When Nick told me about this originally, I didn't believe him. I said, run those numbers again because it's impossible that this many people actually went through and actually completed. But you guys did. He had the proof. He had the application. He said, look at these amazing things that these teams built. So great job. And what this means is that you guys are actually starting to see the potential of blockchain. You're seeing what the problems are in the world, and you are building applications that are solving those problems. You know, we're not there yet. You guys didn't build the next Uniswap or Aave or what have you, but this is the first step of the journey. And this is the needed first step of the journey so that you can build up those next things. So thank you so much for helping me achieve my dream of bringing blockchain to the world and making it mainstream. But first, more importantly, congratulations to you on this first step. But the most important thing is what you do next after this. There's going to be several more programs that we're going to be going through. Take your knowledge from where you are today to upskill yourself one more time. Partner with entrepreneurs, partner with each other to build those applications that have real users on the actual main net. And thank you so much for Algorand for providing that base layer that is environmentally friendly, it's low cost, it's high performance, and have been an amazing partner with us so far. I've been partnered with Algorand since I think before mainnet, so big fan of them and everything that they've actually provided as well. But I can't wait to see the presentations, and I can't wait to actually even see more what you do with those presentations. What do you do with the next step? And thank you so much.
Awkward silence. Great
Like,
job.
you're just gonna leave me here?
Thank you, Chris. That was
Thanks, Seth.
wonderful. And now, of course, as Chris mentioned, we're so grateful to have Algorand support all these amazing builders get across the finish line through their efforts. And what an exciting time to be deploying incredible projects to mainnet as well in Algorand. So now I'm going to be welcoming Fred. He's going to be speaking on the behalf of the Algorand Foundation. Welcome, Fred.
Hey, welcome. Thank you very much. Thanks, Stefania. Thanks, Chris. Hey, everyone. It is an absolute pleasure to be here today. So for those of you who don't know me yet, I am Fred Estante, Head of Product Marketing here at the Algorand Foundation. And I just want to begin by thanking the Reach team for the invitation. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today and join you all in the third Umoja Demo Day. It is truly exciting to be here and see all these amazing projects being built on the Algorand blockchain, because they will change lives and they will make the world a better place to live, fulfilling the blockchain ethos that we're all pursuing here, right? So to all of the builders out there, participating in the hackathon, congratulations on the hard work we have done so far. But this is just the beginning, right? Demo day is just the beginning. And to the Reach team, congratulations for hosting another successful edition of the Umoja program. You delivered very impressive numbers, as Chris just mentioned, in this edition with a very high completion rate, which is rare in this space. So kudos to you and your entire team for all the hard work you guys put in to make this the success that it is. And builders, I cannot wait to see you shiny they shine not only in the Algorand ecosystem in our community, but all over the world. So cheers to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. And I don't believe we have Ben here from the Africa Blockchain Alliance, but I do want to give a warm thank you to the Africa Blockchain Alliance who've supported us with the outreach to ensure that we have participants to do the bounty hack. So, for anyone who's watching and is not yet a member of the Africa Blockchain Alliance, you can find them on Twitter, go visit their website, and learn more about how you can be engaged and have a community of other individuals like yourself who are interested and curious to learn about blockchain, while also be in the know of what programs are taking place so that you can continue your blockchain journey and upskill yourself through programs like our bounty hack here today. So without further ado, we're going to move into presenting some of the videos and winners for today. So just a moment here. Okay, so our first place winner is the ETH Algo NFT bridge created by Jake Chase and Sunday Akinbowale. So ETH to Algo bridge, that is huge and major and definitely something that I would be using. So I'm going to go ahead and show that video. Eduardo, if you could bring it on screen, that would be great. Hello, welcome, Jake and Sunday. I'm so happy to have you. I would love to learn more about your experience during the hackathon and, of course, get to know you both better. So we're just going to kick it off with a few questions. My first question for you is, Jake, if you could start, if you could tell me about your background as a developer.
Sure. Yeah, I'm a terrible software developer. I did a boot camp in London, so mostly front end, but web apps is kind of mostly what I focus on. And I joke I've gotten quite a bit better in the last few years of practice. But yeah, I've kind of built a bunch of little projects that I'm working on, and kind of improve as I go.
Wonderful. What about you, Sunday? What's your background as a developer?
Yes, I'm not a typical, or let me say I wasn't the typical Web2 developer. So I started, programming during my undergraduate years. I liked programming. I took a Fortran class in school and I really liked it. That was Fortran 90, 95, and I made sure I used it for my final project. So that's what I was doing. Eventually, I came to the United States for my master's program. One of the first questions I asked my professor was if there was a project that would involve software, that would involve programming. I couldn't find. Eventually, I took some minor classes in nuclear reactor engineering. So I was able to use MATLAB, Python. So over the years, that's what I've been doing. Even as a civil engineer, I make sure I automate some of the design work that we do, instead of doing it manually, write automations for it. And not to make the story too long, eventually I got into web development just to kind of find out what is going on with it. And my son was interested in it as well. And eventually I got into crypto. I discovered Web3 development through Reach. I was just looking for projects on YouTube to invest in. And I saw one of the Rich YouTube videos, and that's how I got into it. Since I could understand technical stuff, so I started looking into it. And before you know it, now I'm doing it all the time.
So had you built anything on blockchain before this hack?
Nothing in production, but I've been trying to build projects while I started learning Reach. I think it was in February this year or March. I started learning, participating in the community and, kind of build my first, major project, which I considered complex. And eventually I got to meet Jake and we started working on cooperative projects. So basically that's it. This is my first hackathon ever, participating in.
Amazing. What about you, Jake? Have you built anything on blockchain before?
So again, I end up focusing a lot more on the front end, which of course has a major blockchain component. But we built with a group of people together. We built something called contributor credits, which is it's a way to compensate people for projects, basically by promising them dollars in the future. So it's kind of like a deferred compensation agreement. And one of the things that I really like is kind of the hybrid of law and blockchain. So a lot of the stuff I work on, there's a legal component that sort of anchors whatever's on chain into kind of the real world so that a court could enforce it, for example. So yeah, contributor credits is probably the big one.
Awesome. And what inspired you to build the project you chose for this hack?
I mean, Sunday probably is the better one to ask for this because he was the one who really liked this project. But I think it was just like there's a lot of reasons to try to move things from Ethereum to Algorand and back, even for what we're working on because we're building mostly on Algorand. And so yeah, so that made it interesting, and that's why we did it.
All right, yeah, I guess I should answer that as well. So for some time, I think I told Jake to have been like thinking, just like you said, it would be a good idea to have a kind of bridge for people to be able to bridge their NFTs from Ethereum to Algorand and even from other chains as well. And in my mind, my technical mind, I kind of felt I have a way to make that happen, but we just didn't get a chance to do that. And eventually we saw the Greenhouse Hackathon by Algorand Foundation, and that was one of the projects that was listed. I said, like, wow, okay, I guess we should do this now. I told Jake about it, and to be more motivated about it, I said, why not let me ask Rich if we can, use that same project since Umoja 3 hackathon was going on, to kind of, submit it for the 2 hackathons or do the project for the 2 hackathons at the same time. That would make us more motivated because definitely we have a lot of other things going on we're working on. So that was how we got into it, and it was really, a great thing that we were able to make it happen.
That's amazing. Really impressive too. And during your development process of building out your project, what sort of challenges did you face along the way, or was it pretty simple? What was your experience like? I'll start with Sunday and then you, Jake.
Yeah, I guess like I was saying in our Discord group all the time, I kind of underestimated it. I thought it was gonna be like pretty easy, breeze through it, and it was kind of more complex and challenging than I thought. Not from the Reach side, just the whole architecture itself, the kind of front end. Jake did an amazing job with the front end, make it very professionally done. And also the back end, trying to make everything work together, different kinds of dependencies, libraries, different things we use together. So it was a pretty complex project, more complex than I thought. But the good thing is Rich made it easy for us. So imagine we had to go through all of that complexity with the front end and the back end. At the same time, we were still having issues with the smart contract side of things. So using Rich made it, less stressful. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think not having Reach would have been, so there was a bunch of times, it's basically one page. The front end is one page, a series of components. And so there was a lot of times where we were kind of editing the same file at the same time, which basically meant that like I would break things and then Sunday would have to fix them. And so I think if we weren't using Reach and we had to do kind of like code out the full interaction with the contract, like I've done for other projects, like we would have just broken a lot more stuff, or I would have broken a lot more stuff, and Sunday would have had to fix a lot more stuff. So yeah, I think Reach's front end integrations are really helpful because it's just like a few lines versus having to kind of figure them out yourself.
That's awesome. Which brings me to my last question. What are your thoughts on using Reach as a platform for building decentralized applications? Would you use it again?
Yes. I'm just trying to think of what we found working with it is that there's like some things that it's really, really good at, and then some things that are a little bit harder. And And so I think a lot of what we're working on is like ways of using Reach contracts to interact with like PyTail code directly or Solidity directly. But if we're trying to come up with like a series of complicated interactions, particularly if they don't involve like standards like ASA, for example, Reach is just it's safer and faster. And so I think as more people try to build more complex programs on blockchain, I think Reach will help a lot.
Yes, I agree with that. For most people, for most kinds of projects, I think Reach is the way to go, because it reduces your development time. So we were in some other project we were working on, we were thinking of, okay, should we build some things in PyTail? We were discussing and we knew it was going to take much, much longer compared to, if we do it in Reach. So definitely, right now, Reach is the only smart contract language that I use for now. And hopefully more chains are added, because you can use it for Ethereum, you can use it for Algorand. So as more chains are added, that will even be, great. And I see a bright future for Reach and for Web3 ecosystem altogether.
Yeah, it's also really impressive how fast people respond when we have challenges.
Exactly, the community is amazing,
That's great. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you both so much for taking the time, and congratulations on achieving this incredible hack. It's not easy, and you've gone from not building blockchain applications to building a full-fledged app that is not just compatible with Algorand, but also Ethereum. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is the cooperative team presenting what we built for the Umoja 3 hackathon, Reach hackathon. So we built Ethereum to Algorand NFT bridge, and you can also use it to bridge from Algorand to Ethereum. So that is what I'm going to demonstrate today. But before then, I'd like to show the repo. So this is our GitHub repo here. And the README here kind of go through in details what this project is all about, and different components, different aspects of the project, so that if you want to use this, you can understand it better. So we build this with Reach smart contracts. And the only aspect that we couldn't build with Reach was built with Solidity. But for everything else, all the contracts was with Reach. And this is the demo video here. We have a much longer version of the demo video here. The one I'm going to show here is just a shorter version. And the live app here, if you want to bridge your NFT, you can use this live app to build it, which is the one I'm demonstrating. We went over some definitions here. You can go through it and other notes that we have as well. So later on, I'm going to go over the Reach smart contracts. But before then, I quickly want to show the Reach backend just to demonstrate why Reach is so powerful. So this is the compiled file that we got from compiling the RSH code, the Reach code. And it's over 2,000 lines of code. You see, I'm scrolling through it right now. We didn't have to write it ourselves, but Reach generated this for us. And that is the power of using Reach, the advantage of using Reach. Also, I have the Reach contracts itself. I have the Reach contracts here, and we can go through it real quickly to see what it does. So, for example, we have Algorand to Ethereum smart contract here, and as you can see, we have the NFT, which is the token is going to be bridged, and we have the bridger. Those are the things, information, the data that will be supplied at the launch of the smart contracts. And also, you can see the APIs here that will be called. Complete bridge is going to be called by the backend when the bridge is completed. When the bridger is locking the NFT, this is what is called, and the claim NFT, this is what is called. But for the sake of time, let me quickly go through. Let's try to use the bridge. So first thing you're gonna do is to connect your Ethereum wallet, and after then you connect your Algorand wallet, and you bridge after supplying the information for the NFT. So I'm gonna connect my Ethereum wallet. It's probably not gonna show any pop-up because with MetaMask it's already connected, and the Ethereum address, I'm gonna check really quickly what my Ethereum address is. So this is what I use for minting my Ethereum NFTs. This tool is what I use right here, and this is the address of the NFT itself, and this is the rich NFT that I'm about to bridge from Ethereum to Algorand. All right, so here I'm going to put in the address. So here we go. Then I'm going to be prompted to enter my NFT ID, which is the token ID. And the token ID, because we are minting ERC 721 tokens, and they have ID. You can see the ID here, the token ID here is 15. The one before it was 14. So with ERC 721, you can mint as many tokens, NFTs as possible. But which particular one do you want to bridge? We are being asked in our front end here, which is 15. So that's the one we're bridging right here. And you can see immediately the picture of that NFT is being shown. So you are sure that you're about to bridge the right NFT. So the next thing to do is to connect the Algorand wallet, which is what I'm doing right here. Connect the Algorand wallet, and I'm connected. And after that, it's time to bridge. Then you click the button to bridge. All right. So the first thing is you'll be prompted to lock your Ethereum NFT. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to lock the Ethereum NFT. And once that is confirmed, the backend is going to confirm that you, the bridger, actually had a good NFT to bridge. And, so yeah, it was confirmed. So 150 transactions confirmed. You had a good NFT to bridge. The backend will confirm that you are not trying to trick the system and that you just actually locked it. All of those, things are confirmed behind the scene. And then a rich smart contract, a rich Algorand smart contract will be launched. And once that rich smart contract is launched, your NFT will be put in that contract and waiting for you to be claimed. So that is the prompt we are getting right now. So this Algorand bridge contract now holds your NFT. That's what a rich smart contract that was launched behind the scene. So you said this is the ID of the contract, waiting for it to be claimed. So it's time to claim it. So it said this is the ID of the NFT that you are going to claim. So your NFT that has been bridged to Algorand, you are given the ID, and you'll be able to claim your NFT on the next prompt. So let's do that right now. So that's what we're about to do. But first, Rich Smart Contract. We didn't have to write the code for this. It's automatically enriched that if you are not, you need to opt in to the assets. So now, because we need to opt into the assets first, we're going to opt into that. But the next one, we didn't write the code for it, which is the application opt-in. So it is already built into Reach that if you have not yet opted into the application, is going to prompt you to opt in first before you can make a call to that contract. So you have not opted in. So we opted in, and we're going to get another prompt very soon that is going to tell us we're going to call the contract to claim the NFT. You can see that's application call right here. And now we're going to claim the NFT. So the challenge that we faced while working on this is my algo is popping up 2 times. You can see right now it popped up 2 times to claim the NFT 2 times. We were not able to get rid of that error. I think it's with because of React 18, the latest version of React. But that is not a problem. So the way we did it is instead of claiming 1 NFT, because my algo is trying to prompt us to do it 2 times, we're going to eventually just claim 2 NFTs. So instead of for 1 NFT on Ethereum, you're getting 2. All right. So that works well. It said the claim NFT API has successfully worked. Here is the response. So it worked successfully, and we can go check that in our Explorer. But because of time, we're not going to do that. Another thing I want to show real quickly here is you can also bridge from Algorand to Ethereum, So instead of this is from Ethereum to Algorand, when you click this, you can go from Algorand to Ethereum. You connect your wallet. I know my time is well spent. I need to stop the video very soon. You put the Algorand NFTs ID, so you can quickly check that in your wallet. My time is up. So if you go to your wallet, you can quickly check that. So this is the latest one that we just breached. So you can copy the NFT ID and you can put it right here. So that is it right there. Connect the NFT and you can see it is the same. That confirms that we actually breached it. It is the same picture that we just breached. That's what it shows with this NFT ID. So, and you can connect your Ethereum wallet and right there, then you can breach. So it works pretty much the same way. So I believe you have enjoyed this. Please check out the project. Vote for this project. I think it will be very useful for the community. Thanks for watching.
Incredible. I am so excited to use something like this. It's an incredible tool, extremely beneficial for everyone, I think, interacting with multiple blockchains. So, congratulations again, Sunday and Jake. Great job, beautiful work. So, up next, we're going to be presenting second place, and that is going to Basic DAO, created by Emmanuel and Adeyemi. And so we're going to show their video in just a moment here. Can you wait for Estuardo to pull it up? All right, welcome back, Adeyemi and Emmanuel. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on completing a hackathon with Reach. I have some questions to share with the world as well, a little bit about who you are, and hopefully learn a little bit about what you worked on and what you want to do next. So we're going to go ahead and just start with the first question. If you could just tell us a bit about your background as a developer.
Okay, I think I'll be going first. My name is Manuel Ogbawe. I'm a self-taught full stack developer. I've had background in Web 2. I've actually had experience in programming languages such as Java, Python, and JavaScript, and HTML and CSS, just normal web development stuff. So in my quest to learn new things, I've actually had many opportunities to learn languages through bootcamps, tutorials, and in that journey, I got to learn Irish.
What about you, Adeyemi?
Hi, I'm Adeyemi Olabi. I'm a self-taught back-end developer. My favorite language is Python, with Reach probably in a close second. I like building microservices and APIs with Flask, and I'll consider myself a student. I haven't actually worked professionally yet. I learned about Reach on a React group after dabbling in the blockchain for a little bit, trading and doing DJing things. But it was really nice to learn about Reach, and I've been enjoying it so far. I'm excited every day that I learn a new thing with Reach. That's my background.
Amazing. And have you built anything on blockchain before this hack?
No, I haven't. I've never even tried.
Same with me.
That's amazing. I love that. And so what initially excited you about the project that you chose for this hack?
Well, being self-taught developers, we know how difficult it is to go from the tutorials and all the courses that we do from Udemy and Codecademy to actually getting jobs or even getting into. I mean, they ask for so many years of experience, and most will ask for a computer science degree. So we wanted to build something to like benefit self-taught developers and Reach developers, especially like us. So like to help the community to gain experience by working on projects, and then to also provide support for them through like a blog, and some proposals could be like interviews. Some proposals could be like tutorials that actually help out the community. So what we designed was a way that people who have ideas could like create proposals, and then Reach developers could work on them and claim bounties for working on them. So those bounties will build confidence, also help you to earn a little bit to continue paying your bills, and also just connect like people that have ideas with talent. So they build expertise with proof of those expertise, and also earn money. So that was like the initial plan behind what we built, and that's what made us try to build that.
That makes me really excited, because this is literally the constant battle we face as we run these hackathons, and then having to find the right people to partner with, either companies or whatever it might be your journey is after a hack. So that sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Now, what were your thoughts about using Reach as a platform for building the application? And would you use it again?
I'll definitely use Reach again. And during the development process of our application, it has been very wonderful using Reach, because think of it this way: we are new to Web3. So there are a lot of things we had in mind that we'll be learning to actually make our idea come to fruition. But Reach made it easier, it made it simple, it made junior developers to actually write code and smart contracts that can be secure. So it was really wonderful thinking of it this way, that we didn't need to know too much to a senior level or of programming, but we just needed to learn what we need to bring the idea out. So Reach made it very easy for us. We could understand the basic concepts, and Reach made it easy in human readable terms.
That's awesome. But of course, it's great and all, but just like every developer, sometimes there's challenges along the way. Tell me a little bit about your process and what challenges you might have faced.
Yeah, it was easy, definitely, but like you said, there are the challenges. So while we were building the application, we came to kind of like a roadblock at one time. We tried to use maps. So we were thinking of iterating through maps using uint keys, but that wasn't supported on Algorand. So we had to like find a workaround to it. But Rich always has a solution, and we got it right. Another thing was that we're using publishes and bytes because we needed to send string information back to the front end. But we ended up using too much bytes for a publish, and the compiler just yelled at us many times. But still, again, we resolved that and got the application working.
Amazing. Did you want to add anything else, Adeyemi?
I just want to say that Reach is like a really, really powerful language, and it's such an awesome language. Like the error messages are so descriptive and human readable, which was really nice. The verification engine helps you to test and build very secure DApps, and like it encourages you to like go straight to the point with just building your business logic, and then it takes care of the rest of everything for you. And then the support that the team gives the developer community was really nice, as in getting to talk to people that are high up in the team, and them giving you their support every single day, answering questions within 24 hours. That was really nice. And then even to be able to even get to this point of running Reach actually helped me to be able to do the bounty, because before my laptop couldn't support like Reach. So doing some of the weekly challenges that Reach was doing, I earned enough to be able to upgrade my laptop, and even my girlfriend's laptop as well. So now she's doing Reach as well. So
What?
that was really
That's so cool. I love that so much. Well, thank you both so much for taking the time, and congratulations again on a spectacular project. I'm so excited to see you come back to the community and take part. So I hope to see your growth continue. But that is all for this recording. Let me just stop the recording.
We're just waiting on the demo video coming right up. And congratulations again. That was an excellent interview. Next up, we're going to see the demo of how the project works.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining our project walkthrough video. Our project is called the Reach DAO, which is an implementation of the basic DAO using Reach. So we as the admins will deploy a contract which users can attach to use our app. And as a user, I'll simply copy the contract's information and then connect my wallet and then attach to the contract by pasting the information and clicking on the attach button. What our app does is that it allows just about anybody to create a proposal, and if this proposal passes, it becomes a bounty which is funded by contributions which users can also contribute to the proposal, as well as sponsorships. So the proposal could be anything from a simple tutorial which the community needs, or it can be something like a full-scale DApp, or even just maybe parts of a DApp that you need help building. You could just make a proposal and then it could get done for you by any member of the community who wants to claim the bounty. So let's go ahead and go to the proposals page and create some proposals by clicking on this make proposal button and then filling out the fields. After a proposal is created, it gets added to this list of active proposals here. So a user could attach and decide to upvote by clicking this button, downvote by clicking this button, or contribute to the proposal by clicking this button. So let's attach as another user and go ahead and do this. So after we've attached, we go to the proposals page to see the list of all active proposals, and then we can contribute by clicking on this button, entering the amount of algos we want to contribute, and clicking on contribute. We can also upvote this proposal by clicking on this upvote button. We can equally downvote by clicking on this downvote button. As you can see, this first project has passed because the time for the voting round has expired, and now it will become an active bounty, as you can see in this bounties page. So you can view the details of the bounty by clicking on this link, or you can accept the quest to complete the bounty, whereby we could earn the bounty rewards. We can also get an NFT for participating in the bounty. And you can see the active proposals. We can wait for this one to see when the voting period expires. Let's contribute so that when it fails, we can claim a refund. As you can see, this proposal has timed out and has failed. So as a user, I can go ahead and claim my funds. And success, the funds have been returned to me, which I have received back into my Algo wallet on my phone. In the future, we would like for the Reach DAO to become a hub where developers hang out, where they can actually post about their successes, the issues they are having, and generally just hang out and chill with other developers and like-minded people and talk about all things Reach while having access to tutorials, documentation, and almost anything about Reach. We would also like to use analytics to determine problems that majority of the community is facing, and then maybe create a bounty proposal out of them and hope that it passes and becomes a bounty. This could be maybe a tutorial if people are having issues with, say, a particular part like understanding how to call APIs or parallel reduce, for instance, and then, or it could be something for the abstraction of Reach, like say library or even SDK. We also like to implement the functionality that provides an NFT to any developer that completes a bounty. The idea is that developers get to work on projects with proof in the form of an NFT while gaining expertise and experience, and also it benefits the community through proposals, which may be tutorial. It was really a joy working with Reach and working on the Algorand network. We were quite surprised with how cheap the fees were and how fast the network was. We did have challenges using Algorand at some point. There were limitations imposed on maps using Algorand, and that was a challenge, but we found a workaround. We also really enjoyed using the Algorand wallets and other tools such as the faucet. We came to find out that Reach is a really, really powerful language, and one thing that we really liked was how detailed the error messages were. It really pointed you to how to solve them, and that was a nice touch from Reach. Thank you for being part of this presentation. Hopefully you get to try out our DApp in the future and vote for us. Thank you. Bye.
Incredible. Again, I'm just always in such awe and so proud to see so many incredible builders come and create projects that are going to be incredibly useful for everyone making use of blockchain technology. So that brings me to our third place, and that is a game of chess. A game of chess on the blockchain that allows you to wager, created by Rithik Raja, and we're going to be presenting his video in just a moment as well. Congratulations, Rithik.
Welcome, Rithik. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate your time.
Glad to be here.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just going to ask you a few questions, learn more about your experience in the blockchain space or as a developer in general. So I'll kick it off with the first question. What is your background as a developer pre-blockchain?
All right, so I'd say the first time I started programming was back in my maybe sophomore year of high school, where, like many other people my age, I would games with Scratch. I'm pretty sure many other people went through that. And in my junior and senior year, we had a course on Python, and this is where I really built my programming fundamentals. So since then, I've been learning like whatever I can get my hands on. I have a bit of like C+ my belt. And then last summer, I learned web development, like a bit of front end and back end. And then eventually I stumbled upon Reach. So with all this, I kind of brought this full stack DApp together.
That's awesome. Have you built anything on blockchain before this hack?
No, this is actually my first large scale project, if you exclude the weekly challenges that we had on Reach.
That's amazing. And what inspired you to choose the project that you did for the hackathon?
It's actually a bit of a crazy coincidence. I wanted to build a DApp to increase my skills in this Web3 space. So I thought I'd do like something I thought to be relatively simple. So I thought, okay, hey, what if I just make a platform that allowed people to wager over a game of chess? And I started building the UI and such. And I came across Reach, and crazily enough, there was one topic that was exactly what I was building at that moment. So I did have a bit of a head start there.
Ah, that's amazing. And can you like share with me and everyone a little bit more about the process and maybe possible challenges that you experienced while you were building your application?
Yeah, sure. So I had to start by learning React and Node like from the ground up. So I didn't know JavaScript at the time, but I was learning all these new frameworks and like React and Node and NPM, all that kind of stuff. And obviously, I'd say the challenging part as a whole was learning everything all at once. I mean, when you're doing front end and back end, you have to do stuff like protecting your API endpoints. So I had to read up a lot on network security as well, and there's just a whole lot that went to it. There's also styling with CSS. So it was just a lot of stuff that I was doing over the course of a few months.
That's impressive. Wow. And what are your thoughts about using Reach? Would you use it again to build other applications on blockchain?
Oh, absolutely. Before I came across Reach, when I wanted to do like a smart contract for my application, naturally, since I was on Algorand, I was introduced to Teal, and the syntax was honestly disgusting. And I went into PyTeal and I tried to learn it, but it was extremely challenging. And I was always had that looming doubt over my head, like whether what I was building was actually secure, what if there was like some sort of loophole that allowed people to get in. And when I came across Reach, it kind of clicked. Like I knew this is exactly what I needed, and it fit like in so well with like the JavaScript development process, and it was so easy to build and deploy. So definitely, I would work with Reach again.
That's amazing. Thank you for that feedback. Also open to constructive criticism if you have it.
Not at the moment, no, but one of them, I'm always there in the Discord to drop like suggestions.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations for completing the hack. Great job.
Hello everybody, my name is Ritik and I'm the creator of AlgoChess. So this project took me about 2 months to complete over the summer, and overall I had a pretty fun experience learning about Reach and full stack development. So what is AlgoChess? Well, basically it's a wagering application. So you set a wager, you send a link to your friend to challenge them to a game of chess, and whoever wins takes the pot. That's about it. So without any further ado, let's connect a wallet. I have my mobile wallet here and I will scan the QR code to connect. Alright, so before we create a game, let's go into settings and let's change the game variant to chess 960. And we can edit the time control as well, but I'll just leave it on. So let's create a game. And for demonstration purposes, I will set the wager to 1 algo. Alright, so now it's telling me to sign the transaction to pay the wager. If this is your first time using the platform, you'd have to pay a small fee to create a new contract. But I've already done that, so I'm not seeing this prompt. So I'm going to sign the transaction. And we see that it's waiting for player 2 now. So what we have to do is we have to copy this game link. And I'm going to go into a new browser window now. And I'm going to paste the link that we got. As we can see, the platform has pulled the record from the database and it's allowing us to join the game. But first we have to connect another wallet. So I'm going to connect a different wallet to simulate our second player. And all we have to do right now is click join game, and we can see the details of the game and the person who challenged us. So we can either accept or decline. I'm going to click accept. So we have to sign the transaction. Okay. All right, so the game has begun. We can see that the first person plays the white pieces and the other person plays the black pieces. So I'm gonna join the game on this side. And on the other window, I will also join the game. So the game has begun. And all we have to do is wait for the players to play it out. I'm just gonna make random moves right here. To be totally honest, I'm not very good at chess. Alright, as you can see, I've just made some random moves and I've caused the black player to lose. So now all we have to do is close out of this tab. And the moment we close out of the tab, the platform would start to verify the outcome of the game. And as you can see, it's detected that we have won. And if we go to the other page and close out, we see that it's detected that he has lost. If you noticed, this project is built on Algorand, which is very convenient for me as a developer because of its small fees, which allows me to take a small cut out of each game played. And also the transactions are super fast and final, which is also great. So future scope. In the future, when this project gains traction, I'd like to create a mechanism which allows people to create games with other people across the internet. Of course, to do that, I need to implement stricter anti-cheat mechanisms. But I guess that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my demo. If you'd like to contact me, my Discord is right on the website here. So that's about it. Thank you.
Incredible. And that brings up all of the winners for today. That was first place, ETH and Algo Bridge by Jake and Sunday. Second place, Basic DAO by Adeyemi and Emmanuel. And third place by Rathik, being the Algo Chess. And for those of you who are users of the Algorand network, you can actually go use algochess.xyz today. It's live on mainnet for you to interact with. So go find some opponents to go beat at chess. I want to hear about it. And of course, our favorite is our Community Choice Award. So this Community Choice Award was voted upon everyone, including individuals outside of the hack. And for this, we have Chidinma Nwatsu, I'm mispronouncing the name. It's Chidinma Nwatu, who created the microblog. And they are the winner of the Community Choice Award. So there you have it. Thank you so much, everyone who's tuned in. We really appreciate you taking the time. We are so excited to see where your journey goes beyond the bounty hack here today. As many of you know, we have programs happening every quarter, just about every month. So if you're curious to learn more or eager to continue your journey in developing and upskilling your blockchain knowledge, join us for the next cohort. We have a boot camp coming up, and we have plenty of opportunities beyond the bounty hacks as well. So if you're looking to pursue your project beyond bounty hack, let us know. We want to help you. We want to mentor you, and we want to ensure that you achieve your goals. So thank you so much for tuning in. Join us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter for everything coming up in the Reach world. In the meantime, it was a pleasure to have you, and have a great rest of your day.